Hi, most of you may know me. My name is Alicia Strayer. I'm a coach and a teacher here at the Verndale School, and I wanted to share a short story about my senior year in high school and how it changed my outlook on life. Your senior year is supposed to be the best year of your high school career. You are supposed to have fun in your classes, make memories with your friends, play your last minutes of high school games, etc. I was really looking forward to finally being a senior and enjoying every minute of my senior year. However, it seemed that God had other plans. Instead of starting out my senior year with laughter, my year started out with tears. During preseason of volleyball, my grandpa passed away suddenly. I was really close with my grandparents, and this was tough for me to handle, but I continued on with my everyday life. Eventually, the sting of losing my grandpa started to fade, and I was finally starting to truly enjoy my senior year, having the time of my life during homecoming, volleyball season, and the beginning of my basketball season. Our basketball season was going well. Our team wasn't amazing by any means, but we were enjoying our time and having fun as a team. I did not have a care in the world. I grew up in a small town where everyone knew everyone. I had a class size of 43. The grade below me had about the same. We were also paired with a neighboring school for various extracurriculars, and we had many friends from that school. Everyone knew everyone, and we all felt like we were part of one big family. While at school on a Monday, we got news that a student in the grade below us had committed suicide. As teenagers, we took it pretty hard. Nobody saw this coming. He was a happy-go-lucky guy enjoying his last years in high school, just like the rest of us. I can still remember this day and the days to follow shortly after so vividly. We roamed the halls, numb. The next day, we all struggled getting through the school day. The thought of, what if I would have talked to him more, rushed through my head, wondering what my last words to him actually were. If I could have made a difference, or maybe changed his mind at all. Thoughts that no teenager should have to think. Thoughts that would not make a difference at that point, and thoughts that I could not help myself but think. I remember being in the library the next day, working in the lab, when I heard that a friend from a neighboring school had died. I felt as though my world was collapsing. How could two teenagers who I knew well both die in 2 days? What was happening? The same day this happened, we were supposed to have a basketball game. How were we supposed to be expected to play a basketball game after all this had happened? As the team was preparing for the game in the locker room, our minds were elsewhere. Our coach came into the locker room for the pregame talk. I will never forget what our coach said to us that day. He said, "Girls, I cannot imagine what you are going through, and I will not pretend to try. You have two options tonight. You can choose to play this game and play it with all your heart, or you can choose to forfeit the game. I respect either decision you make, but I will leave the decision up to you." We ran out on the court that night with tears streaming down our faces. We chose to play the game that we loved. At this moment, I chose to play for those who couldn't, for my friends that weren't able to spend another minute enjoying their high school experience. Well, this was one of the best games I had played in my high school basketball career. The next week, we went to 2 funerals as a team, one of which we took a bus with the whole team and left the funeral to go to another basketball game, an experience that not many can say they have had. Playing another game to our fullest potential, knowing tomorrow is not promised. My senior year didn't go as planned. However, it taught me a lot. See, I was an angry teenager for various reasons I wouldn't deem necessarily validated. For these events, I learned how to lean on loved ones. I learned to be grateful for each day I am given and that no day is promised. I learned that there is a greater power and we do not have control. As many of you may do, I went to church each Sunday. But before these incidents, I simply went to church. I didn't quite grasp why I was going until this day. A Bible verse that I often think about since this day is this: don't take a single day for granted. Take delight in each light-filled hour. Ecclesiastes 11:8.